Come on, go, let's go live. Let's go live. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Long time no see. Long time no see. Does anyone not watch our Real Housewives of Potomac recap and you just watch my Married to Medicine recap? I don't take that for granted. I know some people don't even get into Potomac and you just watch Married to Medicine. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Mama Allie, you can't see me? You should be able to see me now. You should be able to see me now. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine, guys. Don't forget you can hear an audio version of our recaps and special episodes. I think tonight I will be dropping a special episode if I feel up to it after this live on this whole Nicki Minaj situation because I am exhausted. I am exhausted. So I might drop another episode, but if you missed over the weekend, I did drop a special episode breaking down the breakdown of Nicki Minaj and this whole Megan Thee Stallion situation. All right. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the Kempire podcast if you haven't already. For those that have been wanting to hear my thoughts on it, and I haven't talked about it on YouTube. I haven't talked about it on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. All right. She did that, says, I watch it through you. Damn. Woo to me. Come on. Shout out to all of you for being here for our Married to Medicine recap. I think Married to Medicine, this was a good episode. And finally, we get a moment from Phaedra. I'm not going to call her Phaedra this recap. We finally get a moment from Phaedra. Oh, it touched my soul. I'm starting to ease up to Phaedra a little bit. Look, a little bit. No, not really. Look, no, not really. Not really, but I appreciate her openness. I think when it comes to her children, we're going to get that vulnerability. All right? So let's start from the beginning. Let's get into our recap of Married to Medicine, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. If you're listening to this, be sure to subscribe, download, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. I have a lot to say, but then it's also dinner time, so let's get into it.
Baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead. Just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share the video, and don't forget to check out our sponsor of today's video, Rose Forever. Roses that will last up to a year. It's a great gift. They have so many different colors, sizes. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What are you waiting on? Order them now, because regardless, they're still going to be beautiful. For Valentine's Day and beyond. Give the gift that keeps on giving. But you can also get a discount with the discount code Kempire40 for $40 off. $40 off. Okay? And you can also use the other discount code Influencer for free worldwide shipping. What are you waiting on? Head on over to the description of this video for more details on our sponsor for Rose Forever. As you can see from my background, if you're watching this on YouTube, we got some gorgeous roses. And I'm going to keep them up there all month long, all the way to the end of February. So you can see that I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The ones at the top, the ones in the white ones are from like Easter. So that should already tell you. All right. Anyways, again, be sure to check out the description of the video or audio if you're listening to this for our sponsor, roseforever.com. Again, Kempire 40 for $40 off is your discount code. Plus, influencer for free worldwide shipping. All right, Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 11. All right. The top of the episode, okay, I just have to say this. You know, normally I don't even care about the ladies' wigs, but I'm so distracted by Toya's wig in this scene. I was like, Toya has, Toya's a beautiful woman. And Toya usually has some, nice hair moments, but this wig just keeps, I'm just like, why? Why this wig? Was it just one of those wigs that's your throw around wig? Is that your Eugene's taking me on a date wig? I mean, it was also your Reiki wig. I'm just asking. I mean, what am I to say? I have no hair, but it stood out to me, so I wanted to point it out. So as you know, one of the big storylines for Toya this season is her marriage issues. She wants to date more. She wants Dr. Eugene to plan more, and a lot of you said you are selfish. And not last week, the previous week, I was like, well, Dr. Eugene could do a little bit more. Look, he could do a little bit more. And then I changed my mind last week and I said, no. Free Dr. Eugene. Hashtag surviving Toya. Okay? So she says that she's trying to make an effort because of what Dr. Simone said to her in regards to he's scared to plan anything because she's never happy. So he plans this bouquet date. So they come to this flower show. She loves flowers and things like that. And they put together a bouquet together. They have a conversation, and she says that she's taking into account what Dr. Simone says because she doesn't want Eugene to think that she's hard to please. Eugene says that Toya is hard to please. And it's hard being married to her. I know for those that are new to the show, probably like, that wasn't very nice of him to say. Oh, she said worse. She said worse. Okay? But I thought that was interesting that Dr. Eugene even said it. He says that Toya is hard to please and she's hard being married to. Don't try and clean it up now, Dr. Eugene. You said what you said. Hashtag free Dr. Eugene. Hashtag surviving Toya. But I want to say it again, and I said this last week because I was listening back to my own recap. I said this last week that I really feel like if she doesn't change her ways, her sons, I think it's going to be too late for her anyway. I think her sons are going to end up with women very much like her. And I know in her head, she's like, I want them to end up with women like me. I'm fabulous. Until you see your sons and what they go through. Just saying. I'm not wishing it on you, but I kind of am. Because I want to see. I want to see. I just feel like they are. Because what are you inadvertently teaching your boys with this lack of respect for Dr. Eugene? I know you don't necessarily view it as a lack of respect, but Toya has said some things about Dr. Eugene over the years that, and not even just over the years, last season alone. This season, he says it's hard to be married to her. At the end of the scene, Toya talks about how the group dynamic is different. Basically, she's saying since Quad's gone, the group dynamic is so better. And a lot of people have said that she's the reason why Quad isn't on the show. She never wanted Quad to be a part of the show, blah, 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 blah. I know she talked about it a little bit recently, that no one pushed Quad off the show. Because all of them are saying that, no, they have real friendships. They really reach out to each other. Are they deep friendships with everyone? Not necessarily. But they feel as if Quad just was not doing that. She wasn't making an effort. And look, I know the Quad Squad said the show is nothing without Quad. The ratings are still rating, though. They're not, these ratings from Married to Medicine, even though it's one of the best shows on Bravo, they've never been Housewives ratings. So just keep that in mind. But I do agree with the group that Quad wasn't maybe she was pushed out this season, but I feel like Quad has done this to them before. It was like deja vu this season. Like, she only comes around because she wants this job. So please understand, Quad worked overtime at this reunion. I would not be surprised. Watch, Quad will be back full time again next season. I bet she tried all the mess this reunion. But hopefully, she didn't do what Monica did. Because you remember, a lot of people say, I think the reason why Monica did not come back from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is that she didn't make amends with the group. She didn't apologize to the group. But I don't know. Quad might be out of apologies with this group. Quad might be out of apologies with this group. They might be like, Quad, we've heard it before. We've heard it before. Anyways. Look, anyways. K-Baby says, I thought Quad was never around, so how is Toya more comfortable? Interesting. Oh, well, points are being made. Well, we have to also keep in mind, she probably is referring to filming. So when Quad is around in regards to filming, she's not enjoyable. We have to keep that in mind when we're thinking about these shows. They're not talking about in their everyday lives. They're talking about when we're filming and Quad's around, there is an energy there. All right? Is it true? Is it not true? Did they always want her off the show? Maybe. But like I said, it's not like we haven't seen this behavior from Quad before. Why are we still talking about Quad? I'm drained. Look, I'm drained from talking about Quad. Anyways. Natasha said, I heard Apollo was at the reunion. Lies. Lies. I don't believe that at all. She could barely get the guy she's dating to show up during the season. You got Apollo to come to the reunion, unless you paid him. You never know, but I highly doubt it. Anyways. But you never know. I'm not going to say it's impossible. But please understand, if they did, they paid him well. Thank you so much, TikTok, for the gifts. We appreciate you guys. All right. So we have that scene with Dr. Eugene and Toya. We move on to Dr. Damon's mixer. What in the hell was Heavenly wearing? Of course, Phaedra dressed her, but Heavenly, I love how you were trashing Sweet Tea and how she looks and how she talks. This look nice. This look good. Sweet Tea, what the hell were you wearing on Watch What Happens Live? Lies! The lies! What the hell was that? But Sweet Teas look good at the mixer. What you wore at the mixer, Sweet Tea, is what you should have wore to Watch What Happens Live. Or a variation of that. I was like, what the hell? Sweet Tea got one at the Watch What Happens Live. And what was Sweet Tea saying during Watch What Happens Live? NECA and Sweet Tea, that was a bad lineup yesterday. I was like, you could tell that they were performing. It's always trying. Bethany talked about this during the reality TV reckoning. When you go to Watch What Happens Live, they encourage you to say shady things. They want you to, it's a show. They want you to be entertaining. These two, maybe if they were with someone else, each. Like 1 week, NECA's with someone else, more of a veteran. Sweet Tea with a veteran. The two of them? Poor Andy. Like, I felt bad for Andy. Andy was the shadiest one. He was the shadiest queen there. All right. Anyways, back to Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly, what the hell were you wearing? From the wig to the outfit. And that's why okay, Elephant Brain's working. The reason why I brought up Sweet Tea is that she was talking about Sweet Tea and the way Sweet Tea carries herself. The way you walked, first of all, a couple of scenes. The mixer scene and the barbecue. I get it. It was a kid's party. But you sitting there talking about Sweet Tea and the way Sweet Tea looks, and Sweet Tea's going to have to get surgeries to do that. Sweet Tea looked better than you in both scenes. Your nipples were hanging out. Dr. Damon loves her because the way she walked up in a professional environment as the wife to the man that's hosting this mixer for his pain management company and all these attorneys that do accident attorneys, the way she showed up and your nipples are showing to these eligible men and some married men. I'm like, Dr. Heavenly, like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Look. I gotta cover up myself. I'm like, what were you thinking? I did not expect that. I thought she would have came up in there looking a little bit more professional. It's a professional mixer. This is where you bring out your Kamala suit, okay? Not your thought suit. I can't even say it's a thought suit. Look like a damn a lamp. What do they call the lampshade? That's what it looked like. A disjointed lampshade. Disjointed. Come on. And they kept on blurring out her nipples. I was like, oh my God. Heavenly. It's all right, Heavenly. It gets better for you in this episode, I think. All right. So Dr. Damon has this mixer, all right? Apparently Phaedra dressed her. That's why she was looking like that. Phaedra set her up. As I said before, I felt like Sweet Tea's outfit was cute. Hair, makeup. I liked her blouse. I liked the little leather shorts that she was wearing. I was like, all right. That's what you should have worn. Watch what happens in life. Phaedra walks in. Oh, Lord. Apparently she knows some of these people. I mean, Phaedra's a fixture in Atlanta. And these are a bunch of attorneys, so they all know her. They probably all think in their head, win a case. So she says in her confessional, I'm an angel dipped in chocolate. Feel free to lick me. You know what, Phaedra? Like, these are the moments where she loses me because it's always these theatrics. It's always like, how am I supposed to take you seriously? She's like, I'm an angel dipped in chocolate. Feel free to lick me. All right? Phaedra told on herself in this scene, though. She told on herself a couple of times. First of all, that. And then this man wants to play the drums of her booty. And then Phaedra says, if he wants to clap, if he wants to play on her booty, he's better clap, and make it rain. So now I believe what Dr. Gregory said, that she wanted $4,000 a month. Not make it rain. I was like, okay, Phaedra, now I believe Dr. Gregory. I mean, I believed him before that. Didn't you? I believed him. All right. So at this mixer, again, this is a mixer. I haven't been to a mixer in a very long time. I just felt like this was a very interesting mixer. So, do we auction off women at a mixture? Dr. Simone is like, I think Heavenly forgot that Phaedra's an attorney and not a prostitute. Because she's like, what you call it? What's the word? Any bachelors? There we go. Any bachelors in the room? So she's like auctioning off Phaedra to these men. A young man steps up. All right. So we have that little bit of a scene. Phaedra probably has a man. We will just never know who that real man is. You know what I mean? So after that, Toya brings up what Kima, Dr. Alicia's husband, said in regards to the men not having balls. All right. And Dr. Alicia's in regards to how American women are too independent. So Dr. Alicia admits, she's like, that's an ongoing conversation because, she grew up with a single mom. She's already told us this. She also says that she respects her husband. So in her confessionals, Dr. Alicia is like, I respect my husband. And she feels like the ladies, what did I write? But she still has her way. She says she feels like the group is trying to make a mockery of the way that she does things within her marriage. But I thought to myself, I was like, okay, normally I think people would probably be like, oh, whatever, Alicia, blah, blah, blah. But then I thought to myself, when you look at an example like Toya and Dr. Eugene, I'm like, well, she might have a point. Like, I don't agree with Cheshire Kima. Do y'all notice? Rewind the tape. Go look at Kima's face every once in a while. Like, randomly, he'll give you like this Cheshire cat like smile. I was like, why he smiling at me like that? I'm just like, why he smiling like that? Like, annoying. I'm like, stop making that face. Fix your face. Fix your face. Anyways. But look, we said last week, and I'll say again this week, I don't know if Kima really believes that, but Dr. Alicia doubles down. She's like, I respect my husband. It's an ongoing conversation in regards to their dynamic. And she says to Toya, he's very much like you. He's very opinionated. All right, Alicia's activated. Yay! She's activated. Alicia's very pretty. Anyway, I mean, look, I like bring back Audra. And I'm not saying to get rid of Dr. Alicia because she is a doctor married to a doctor shading. Did you guys hear at the end of the episode how he was shading a dentist? Because he's an oral surgeon. He's like, I was never a dentist. Okay, sir. Like, but your wife is. All right. So maybe he is a chauvinist. Anyways. So Dr. Alicia says to Toya, he's very opinionated, very much like you. Even Toya was sort of like, oh. I mean, she brought up valid points. And I'm glad that she said it. Danny says, and she's activated in a classy way. I'm willing to give Alicia some more grace next season, but please bring back Audra and her husband. Please bring her back. I'm surprised y'all didn't bring her back this season. Is it because Toya didn't like them? I don't care. Honestly, Toya and her Dr. Eugene constant relationship storyline has got me bored to tears this season. I'm gonna be honest with you. I preferred seeing Toya go off to the vineyard and talk about her business and things like that. But this now rehashing of her relationship with Dr. Eugene, I'm just like, I only watch it so I can talk about it with you guys. Other than that, I'm like, okay, that's your storyline. We don't care. I get it, though. It's part of the show. Married to Medicine. It's a part of their dynamic. But I'm just like, I don't really care. I really don't care. But this is my review. I'm just telling you. Okay? Anyways. So she says that he's very much like Toya. Very opinionated. So Dr. Simone says that they're going to be celebrating 10 years of the OGs being together. I felt a little uncomfortable. Because it felt a little... What's the word? Because we know that there are a couple of newbies like Dr. Alicia and Sweet Tea that are there. And it's 10 years of the OGs. Blah, 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 blah. And I know some people are like, Dr. Heavenly is not an OG. Well, technically she is. She was a part of the original. Mind you, you do see Dr. Heavenly in the season 1. She was at the party where Toya and Mariah were fighting. But apparently Dr. Heavenly was also in the original pilot for this, or the teaser or the sizzle. I don't remember. But she's been a part of this group since the beginning. She just wasn't an official cast member in season 1. All right. Cece says Audra came for Toya's neck. Bring her back. And I honestly don't even think that her and Toya would have an issue if she were to come back this season. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Look, bring her back. All right. So Dr. Simone is like, it's 10 years of the OGs. And I was just like, okay. I'm like, all right. So it felt a little weird. Her saying that in front of these newbies, okay? So she wants to do a celebration of the 10 years together. As you saw throughout the season, they've been flashing back a lot this season. It's in celebration of 10 years of Married to Medicine. So she tells the group that we're going to Hilton Head. Honestly, if they didn't point it out, I wouldn't have even thought about the whole Curtis situation. But immediately when Dr. Simone says it, Dr. Jackie's face goes, Hilton Head. And Dr. Heavenly was just like, Hilton Head? Hilton Head? Yes, Hilton Head. What's wrong with Hilton Head? And that's when Dr. Simone is just like, oh, wait a minute. Hilton Head, that's where Curtis was caught cheating with that other woman. So Heavenly is already pissed about it. But we have to keep in mind, producers book these trips. It's not really Simone. So obviously the producers had their own intentions in booking this Hilton Head trip. But Simone makes it seem as if, well, everyone's schedules are different. And, this was, I was considering other places. And Heaven's like, well, change it. Like, well, change it. Okay. Okay. But I said this last night, but I feel a little differently today. Sidebar. Jackie was like, why don't we just go to Myrtle Beach? Why Myrtle Beach get catching strays from Toya? She said Myrtle Beach is ghetto. I've never been to Myrtle Beach. Is Myrtle Beach ghetto? Can y'all let me know in the live chat in TikTok? Is Myrtle Beach ghetto? I would like the people to speak on it. All right. Oh, some people said it is. Some people said very. Oh, some people said no. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to go for myself. Oh no, never mind. I don't feel like it. I'm sorry, Myrtle Beach. No offense. I'm just like, there's plenty of places for me to go. I don't need to go to Myrtle Beach just to see if it's. Some people said yes, it's ghetto. No, a lot of people. Some people said only during spring break. Damn, it's rough in these streets. I'm sure she got a lot of heat for it. Okay, some of y'all saying yes, no. Like, there's no consensus. There's no clear consensus. Oh, damn. Oh, Made in Asia says it's better than Hilton Head. Is it? Okay. All right. So, Dr. Jackson's like, let's go to Myrtle Beach. So, at first, last night when this first became a thing of them going to Hilton Head, I was like, what's the big deal about going to Hilton Head? We can't go to Hilton Head because Curtis got some head in Hilton Head? Only for, as you watch the episode, it's not about going to Hilton Head. It's about going to Hilton Head and then producers, honestly. She made it seem like it was Toya, which is unfair. I wonder if they unpack that at the reunion. Why would you think that Toya is going to bring it up? But I think she already knew that the producers booked this. She can't say the producers are doing this to her. They booked this, and now it's going to become a thing. Oh, we're in Hilton Head where he cheated. So that's the reason why Dr. Jackie has a problem. She doesn't have a problem with Hilton Head. She has a problem with, if we go to Hilton Head, they're going to rehash all of our marriage troubles. But you know how you let that go? You're just like, it's not a big deal. Obviously, it played out on the show. He cheated in Hilton Head. He got caught cheating in Hilton Head. We worked through it. We're still together. Period. Right? Why are we so bothered and shook about going to Hilton Head or even it coming up? He cheated. Where we should go is to the DR. Because literally in this episode, in the next scene, Dr. Jackie discusses going to Hilton Head with Curtis, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just planning my next trip to the DR. Hola, ¿cómo estás?" I ain't heard a lick of Spanish from Curtis. Does he speak Spanish? What project is Curtis working on in the DR? Then as I'm watching the scene, first of all, I already know Dr. Jackie gave him a heads up about this conversation before even having the scene. But then I thought to myself, as I'm watching it, I was like, maybe they have an understanding. Maybe they come to the conclusion. Sidebar, did you see when Dr. Jackie walked in? First of all, she's not coming home at 2:30 anymore. Secondly, when she went to go kiss him, they kissing each other on the cheek. They're kissing each other on the cheek. Okay, maybe she didn't want to get the lipstick on him. Okay. All right. So he's been sitting there planning, I'm just here planning my trip to the DR to see my other family. Oh, okay. Producers, pull up. Producers, come close. Look, producers, come a little closer. Come a little closer, producers. Next season, I know if we could figure out a couple of things in the budget, let Phaedra go. We don't need her. Let's go to the Dominican Republic next year. We're tired of the United States trips. We want to go to the Dominican Republic, specifically what what's his face is working on, Curtis is working on. We want to go to the Dominican Republic, and we'll make it Dr. Jackie's trip so we can support what Curtis is working on. Just wondering. Just wondering what he's working on. He's barely been around this season. Every minute, going back to the DR. But then I thought to myself, as I'm watching them engage during this conversation, because she's bringing up to him, we're going to Hilton Head. My thing is, he shouldn't care about going to Hilton Head. And that's where I got the clarity. It's not about going to Hilton Head. It's about bringing this up again during the season. My thing is, he shouldn't have an issue. Like I said, he could easily shut it down. No, we're good. We worked through it. I cheated. It's obvious. It was everywhere. It was on all the blogs. It was on all the blogs. It is what it is. That's how I would shut it down. Why are we so scared about talking about it? Why are we thinking that our relationship is so fragile that we can't talk about it again? It happened. We don't need to delve into the nitty-gritty of everything, like who the woman was. Who was the woman? I don't even remember. Do we know? DS, happy birthday again. DS is donating in honor of Wendy E's mom, who's in the oh, I'm sorry, Wendy. Sorry to hear that. Oh, speedy recovery to your mom. Thank you, DS, for the super chat. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says, "Did you see how fast Curtis closed that laptop?" Oh, I don't think he needs to close the laptop. I think there's an understanding. Y'all don't think that there's an understanding, which is fine. And I'm not saying that they have to tell us about that understanding. But I think that there's an understanding in their relationship at this point. Grown people. I'm not going to judge. There are plenty of, especially more and more heterosexual couples are having these understandings. The gay community, they you know, look, we're front runners in this game of different dynamics of relationships. Okay. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat. Rahina says, "Kempire, I hope not. I like them together, not another family." Do you guys really like Dr. Jackie and Curtis together? It's not that I don't like them together, but again, very much like Mauricio and Kyle or Mia and Gordon. I don't look to Dr. Jackie and Curtis like, oh, I think they're fantastic together. They are couples goals. I don't see that at all. Karen says, Jackie is 65. Curtis got a younger woman over there, and Jackie knows. That's what ran through my mind. I'm not saying that's what it's happening, but I'm thinking to myself, I was like, well, I wouldn't be surprised. But do you think she really knows? And if she does, look, I'm not going to judge. Oh, wait, I mean, if it comes out, I will. No. I'm not going to judge. Look. But then I'm like, he's in the DR a lot. What is he in the DR doing? He's barely been on this season. He only shows up for the guys' stuff. Danny says there's no chemistry between Jackie and Curtis. I mean, based off the reality show, I don't see it. I don't see any chemistry between the two of them. But maybe him and his DR lady, there's chemistry. He better not come back with no babies from the DR. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So Dr. Jackie and Curtis talk about the Hilton Head trip, and he doesn't seem too happy about it. But he's like, I'm going to be in the DR anyway. I can't make it. But he did say that the group isn't going to make this trip about his relationship. But Dr. Jackie's concern is that new people in the group might bring up what happened in Hilton Head. And based off the preview, honestly, look, I know some people do not like Sweet Tea, but I was here for Sweet Tea coming at Dr. Jackie, because Dr. Jackie can be very dismissive, not only to people on this cast, but to her patients. So I was kind of here for Sweet Tea, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna shut up. I'm sorry, Sweet Tea. Until we watched the entire scene, we only saw clips of what happened. But I was sort of like, all right, Sweet Tea, somebody needs to give it to Dr. Jackie. Nobody else will. Somebody needs to give it to her. So go, Sweet Tea, go. Sweet Tea gonna get that season renewal. She gonna be back next season, going up against Dr. Jackie. I can't wait. I have to say, it's getting better. Look, it's getting better. Speaking of better, finally, we go to celebrate Aiden's birthday. If you've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, we have literally known Aiden before he was even born. Aiden has always been such a light. All those little moments we would see him on Watch What Happens Live on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's all grown up. He's still so well spoken. Oh my God. So of course, Phaedra, I told you last week, producers were like trying to have that Atlanta moment. They want to throw a big old party and things like that. Do you think they paid $70,000? I don't think they paid $70,000. I don't think they paid $70,000. We even get Dwight. Dwight, you know who Dwight is. Who had a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful. Yeah, that Dwight. He was also at Aiden's first birthday. All right. It's so funny how Aiden looks so much like Apollo and Mr. President looks so much like Phaedra. Both very good looking kids. All right. So we have this party. So the group is coming. Again, what the hell was Heavenly wearing? Heavenly, like, you just rolled out of bed and said, let me go film. And look, the everyday person dresses very much like Dr. Heavenly. But you sit here talking about the way that Sweet Tea looks, and you rolled out of bed with that wig and that outfit. At least Sweet Tea put something together, and she looked good at this kids party. So the group is all arriving. They come to this party. I know a lot of people, including Toya, were wondering, where's Apollo? Where's Apollo? I did not expect Apollo to be here. First of all, I don't think his relationship with Phaedra is all that great. I think they co-parent as much as they can co-parent. I don't first of all, he's not going to show up for filming unless you're paying him. So like I said, if he did show up to the reunion, please understand he was paid well for it. But I don't believe he did. Because I don't think they're on a good page like that. All right? But honestly, Phaedra, if you want to secure next season, you should have had him show up. Because then we were like, okay, is he going to show up next season and show your co-parenting? This was probably the first and only episode of Married to Medicine that I was like, wow, finally, we see Phaedra. We see an emotional side. And look, I don't need you to cry to be vulnerable. I don't need that. But finally, we get to see a pure side of Phaedra that we haven't seen. And that's because she's talking about her son, Aiden. They're flashing back to all the Atlanta footage of Aiden growing up. Oh, I was like, oh, look at Aiden. So sweet. And then, of course, Phaedra's talking about everything that she's gone through with the boys when Apollo went to jail, how Aiden really kind of stepped up. She talks about how being a friend with him. And she's like, I'm still the mom, but she has a very close friendship with him as well. And I was just like, and she's like, you can spend money and things like that, but it's time that they want from you. Remember when I was in Tokyo? She was there with her two boys in Tokyo. Like, I'm going to give Phaedra credit. She seems like a really good mom in a lot of different ways, both emotionally supporting them, educationally supporting them, business-wise trying to teach them things like that, because I think she's really trying to make an effort that they don't end up like their dad. Come on. We got to speak a thing. I don't know how Apollo grew up, but he's had some rough years. Been in and out of jail. So for her, I'm sure she's sort of trying to make an effort that they don't follow in that path. So I liked seeing her talk about the boys. I loved seeing Aiden make that special speech about his mom. I love the flashbacks. She was bawling. I thought she was going to hug him. There's something going on with Phaedra why she can't show emotion publicly. I'm sure she shows it to them off camera, but I thought in that moment as he was making the speech that she would have like hugged him or held his hand or moved him closer. It was sort of like, oh, but that might be the Scorpio mom thing. Speaking of Scorpio, two Scorpio parents. You know what I mean? So I was sort of like, maybe it's a Scorpio thing. Mind you, Scorpio's a water sign. You'd think they'll be a little bit more emotional and touchy-feely. But I was like, oh, this is interesting. But it was sweet. Hearing Aiden talk about his mom, talking about how he was overwhelmed emotionally. I was like, look at this young man, 13. He looked like he had a good time. Even at one point, we could hear the real music. Did you guys notice that? one of the scenes where I guess there was a mic situation, you could hear the real music because they're not going to pay to hear the real music. That's why some of these scenes look so weird because they're playing like their copyright free music, and you're like, this sucks. Like, this sucks. So they're celebrating in the party. At one point, Heavenly and Simone have a conversation about Dr. Jackie and why she would go to Hilton Head. And Dr. Simone's like, do you think that I would do that on purpose to someone I've known for 20 years? She's like, it doesn't matter that you've known her for 20 years. All right. Dr. Jackie shows up. What the hell was Dr. Jackie wearing? That sundress. I was like, what is Dr. Jackie wearing? Like, I mean, Dr. Jackie usually looks really nice. But I was like, what is this? I guess they were going to the kids' party, so they really weren't trying to dress up. None of them really dressed up. Sweet Tea was probably the only one. Sweet Tea probably was the best dressed of all of them. And that's saying a lot. All right. So Dr. Simone and Heavenly have that conversation, but they have the conversation again. But before we even get to that conversation, Heavenly questions Cecil's brother. Cecil's brother was there. Cecil's brother did not have his wedding ring on. He said, I got a little heavy, so the ring don't fit. She's like, well, my husband's ring is $80. And she offers to give the man $80. You walking around here, women thinking that you single. Please understand, it doesn't matter if they have a wedding ring or not. If that man's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. Okay? Just say. But I know some people are annoyed by Dr. Heavenly, but Heavenly understands that we're filming a reality show, so she's giving us so many little comedic moments that make us laugh in an episode. Because normally a kid's party with these grown adults there, no one's really thinking about it. It's like, okay, whatever. Heavenly's like, no, I came here to work. I'm going to make sure that I have the people entertained. So I'm going to come for Cecil's brother. I'm going to make all kinds of jokes, and then I'm going to come for Dr. Simone. Ooh, Danny says, Danny has another theory. Danny says, I think Simone is still holding a grudge, so she may have done it on purpose. Wow, do you guys think that? I mean, I'm sure some people probably think that too. That Simone booked Hilton Head on purpose. All right. So we have that little scene, and then we have the scene with Dr. Gregory and Kima talking about how their wives, cook for them, clean for them, do all that kind of stuff. And again, we get that Cheshire Cat Kima face. I can't even make the face. Like, randomly, the camera keeps going to... I'm like, why is he making that face? He's very happy that his wife takes care of him. Dr. Gregory, too. He likes the way that Sweet Tea takes care of him, making that green sweet tea. Okay, sir. All right. Whatever. Well, I did see Sweet Tea on Watch What Happens Live. Last week I said I thought she was pregnant. I mean, now I don't. Look, now I don't. Now that we've seen, the full outfit. Ask Seek said subconsciously, maybe that's what Dr. Simone did. Do you guys really think that? I don't know. That's the thing. We don't know. I don't know if she really did that. Again, because we have to keep in mind, they don't really book these trips. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chat. Rahina says, Kempire, I hope... Oh, I already read this. Thank you, Rahina. You sent another one, though. There's one over here. Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat. Nicole says, don't forget how quickly he closed Curtis that laptop down. Y'all all noticed that. Oh, Curtis. He was done with work. His wife is home. He wanted to pay all attention to Dr. Jackie. Rahina, thank you so much for the super chats. Rahina says, sidebar, got my bestie to start watching you. Thank you, Rahina. Hello to Rahina's bestie. Thank you so much, Rahina. Matrice, thank you for the super chat. Matrice says, just Google Myrtle versus Hilton Head. It says Myrtle Beach has a reputation for catering to more budget-conscious travelers. Google code for ghetto. Ooh, y'all are shady. Shady. So should I bring my show to Myrtle Beach or Hilton Head? Ariana, thank you so much for the super chat. Ariana says the flashbacks of Aiden made me tear up. It kind of brings you back to that time. Aiden was such a sweet little boy, and still a sweet little boy. All grown up. We're old. Pete, thank you so much for the super chat. Pete says, super chat in honor of Aiden's birthday. Love, peace. Oh, thank you, Pete. Oh, happy birthday, Aiden. Welcome to teenagehood. Okay, it's all downhill from here. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. I love that she's taking them traveling and things like that. They're going to be fine. Ashley says Hilton Head is really nice. I've never been. I'm not big on traveling to the United States. I'm trying to see the rest of the world. But, with this Kempire After Dark tour, I guess I'm going to see the United States. Here we come. Don't forget, guys, February 16th, we will be coming to Washington, D.C. Literally, I don't know. It's probably less now, but the last meeting that I had this morning in regards to the tickets, there's only 39 tickets left. Only 39. I mean, I'm happy, but look. That's not good if you've been waiting. There are meet and greet tickets as well. I don't know if those are left, but go check. More information is available on our Union Stage performance. Oh, I can confirm our set will be 2 hours. 2 hours, because shout out to our New York City fam. A lot of you are coming to the DC show too. We just did not have enough time. And I have, look, attention must be paid when I come to DC. All right? I already confirmed we got 2 hours. 2 hours, and it's an earlier show. All right? Jasmine says Kempire's too bougie for Myrtle Beach. Have you been listening to the podcast? I talk about my Japanese trip. Be sure to check that out. Who said that Ayden was in Aquarius? No. Oh. No, I don't know when they filmed this. What sign is Ayden? Can y'all figure that out? Let me know. Because I like to know that. SD Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. SD says Simone is trying to keep her spot. Get off Jackie's neck. Oh, damn. Y'all really think that she did that intentionally? Replay crew, be sure to let me know if you think that Dr. Simone did that to Dr. Jackie intentionally. I really don't think so. And I think Dr. Jackie would agree. Right? Look, right? Maybe. All right, let's move on. So we had the Cheshire Cat and Dr. Gregory talking, whatever. So as I mentioned to you before, Heavenly questions Simone about the choosing Hilton Head. But they revisit that conversation after Ayden makes his speech, and we have that special moment. Phaedra talks about her relationship with Ayden. And then Heavenly pulls Jackie and Simone over to discuss Hilton Head. Heavenly knows what she's doing. I know some of you are like, Heavenly is so inappropriate at a kid's party, and that Heavenly knows that we came here to film a scene. We got to give the people what they want. So she was like, let's go over here so we can yell and scream because we're going to make a situation. Mind you, Dr. Simone told Dr. Jackie, get your bulldog. And I know people have said this so many times. Even Toya said it in her confessional here, is that she uses Heavenly to be her shade. Oh, Aiden's a Gemini? Okay, shout out to Aiden. Good luck with that. No, I'm playing. Shout out to all the Geminis. Oh, Geminis are very smart. Lauryn Hill's what? May 25th? Smart people. All right. Ooh, SC says Hilton Head was sold out from under black people. Not surprised. Welcome to America. Look, welcome to America. So many stories like that throughout the United States. Even here in New York, Central Park. Go Google schmoogle that. All right. Anyway, so Heavenly pulls Jackie and Simone to the side. Simone tells her, get your bulldog. So Dr. Jackie does say that Curtis does not want to go. I don't know if Curtis said something else after the scene, but in Curtis's scene, he said that he wasn't going to even be here anyway. Unless he told her afterwards he doesn't want to go. And she said, if he doesn't go, I'm probably not going to go. All right. So this leads to Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone screaming at each other. And Dr. Jackie runs away. Because like, oh, no, we are not fighting at a kid's party. Yes, we are. So you already know, between Heavenly and Dr. Simone, and they're yelling. Anyone else get a headache? Look, anyone else get a headache? All right. Look, as I said before, I feel as if originally Hilton Head, what's the big deal? He cheated probably in Atlanta too. But Dr. Jackie makes it clear she feels like Toya or someone new in the group is going to bring up the cheating in Hilton Head. So my thing is, though, Dr. Jackie, doesn't matter at this point. Does it matter? You guys have decided to be together. He cheated. It's public knowledge. That's what you'll say. Yeah, he cheated. We got over it. We're building a better relationship, an open one. I made that up. I don't know. look, I don't know. I'm assuming. Okay. So after this birthday party, because Heavenly and Simone put their beef to the side for the moment because it's going to reignite, we get to see them packing for this trip and getting ready for this trip. And then we get a preview of this trip. And then we see Dr. Jackie and Sweet Tea going head to head. Sidebar, Sweet Tea, you keep talking about how you don't have anything in common with these ladies. And I know a lot of people keep pointing out, then, so what do you have in common with your husband? Well, have you guys met Dr. Gregory? His maturity level doesn't seem to be the maturity level of his peers. Okay? Just saying. Oh, hold on. You know, I don't really know all of the stuff in regards to Curtis's cheating because I really wasn't invested or cared. But Jasmine says he cheated on the internet as well. Well, he's cheating in DR too. Allegedly. I don't know. My imagination tells me he is. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying it. I'm suspicious. look, I'm saying I am suspicious. Who else is suspicious that Curtis might have another family in the DR, the Dominican Republic? I'm just saying. Look, Robin on TikTok says me. All right. If you're a member of the channel, we're going to drop the call and link for you guys first so you can share your thoughts on the latest episode of Married to Medicine. If you are listening to this on our podcast, Kempire, be sure to head on over to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that way you can also hear the callers. We don't include the callers on our recaps on the podcast. For those that are watching and listening, be sure that you're subscribed, not just to the Kempire YouTube channel, but to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. Our special episodes, the visual versions will be uploaded there. Also, you can see some of our past interviews with people like Oprah Winfrey, Brandy, Music Soul Child, Brian McKnight, and many others are available on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. That's also, God forbid, anything ever happens over here, you'll know what's going on. So head on over. We have 300-something thousand of you here. If you're watching the replay of this and you haven't subscribed there, just go hit subscribe. Thank you. All right. Let me drop the call-in link for our members on the community tab. All right. Let me do that. All right, members, we dropped the link there. Live chat. We have, almost 1,300 of you here, and we don't have 400 likes? Let's get to 500 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link for the general audience. If you're here and you've been watching for the last hour, why haven't you liked the video? Why not? All right. We're going to say thank you. We got a couple of super chats as well, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You can also support the channel by supporting our sponsor for today's video. That is Rose Forever. Head on over to roseforever.com and use the discount code Kempire40 for $40 off. All right. You can also use the discount code Influencer for free worldwide shipping. Why not get roses that will last you up to a year? Valentine's Day is around the corner. Well, if someone's not going to get you roses for Valentine's Day, get some for yourself. Look, why not? I would definitely I already have roses for myself. I'm not waiting on some, okay, I'll be nice. I was going to say mother, father. I guess I just said it. To give me some roses. I'm not waiting on that. I got them myself. All right. Do you have a Valentine? Well, if you don't have a Valentine, why not surprise yourself with some Rose Forever? Roses that will last you up to a year. All right. And they smell delicious. All right. Kempire 40 for $40 off. Okay. Go get you some Rose Forever today. And thank you to Rose Forever for sponsoring today's live show. We appreciate them. Thank you. All right. SD Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. SD says, Simone is trying to keep her spot. Get off Jackie's net. Oh, wait, I read that already. SD, you sent another one, though. Hold on. Tanisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Tanisha says you are giving Curtis too much credit. He othered their visiting his other family. Wait, he's out. Oh no, he's out there. He's out there visiting his other family. If this comes true, y'all, like I'm not wishing this to come true, but if it comes true, we said it here first. Look. SD, thank you so much for another super chat. SD says, Dr. Heavenly's shoulders are about to fall off carrying this show. I mean, Curtis is right. He isn't paid to be him. Well, then there's that. We have to keep in mind these husbands aren't paid to be on this show. So he's like, why am I going to rehash what has already played out? Because you did it and your wife is filming the show. You better show up and be a husband. Finally, you barely showed up this season. He should show up. Mind you, she shouldn't even have to ask him. She'd be like, well, I've decided that we're going. If she felt uncomfortable, one thing. But she's willing to go. I don't think Dr. Jackie has a problem with it. I think she has a problem with it, but I think she's willing to go on the trip. He should just bite the bullet and go. Essie says, why aren't we talking about Cecil, about his friend? Oh, I think that we are this season. Because I told you guys that I heard that, remember our friend over from Love Match Atlanta? Tana, she's going to make an appearance this season as an expert in their relationship. So I'm wondering if that's going to come up during that. I haven't gotten that tea. I need to ask. But I hear that's supposed to happen this season. You just never know with editing. So we shall see. So maybe the friend, you remember the reason why they stopped doing the book. That was the whole reason why they stopped doing that relationship book. Apparently, they didn't want to rehash the friend, Cecil's friend situation. Someone said Juan 2.0. You know what? I'm tired of y'all today. All right. Live chat. We will drop the call-in link once we get to 500 likes. We have over 1,200 of you here for our Married to Medicine recap. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts. First of all, where you're watching from, how you'd rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine. Based off the live chat here on YouTube, you guys are rating it pretty well. It's like almost 800 votes. Oh, wait, it's more than 800 votes. Hold on. Yeah, it's more than 800 votes. Let me refresh. More than 800 votes, and you're rating this episode between 7 and 10 with 63% of the vote. That's pretty good. That's better than Potomac. I mean, this episode was definitely better than Potomac. Not sorry. All right. So next week we will be on a trip. So I think next week's episode is going to be even better. They've already filmed their reunion. So, and a lot of people are up in arms about the seating chart. You know, that's a thing now for Bravo. They release the seating chart on reunion days. The seating chart is not a big deal for Married to Medicine. It's not really rhyme or reason because Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone are like the doctors of the cast and the OGs of the cast. They're always positioned next to Andy. There have been a couple of seasons where they haven't done that, but it's not a big deal for Married to Medicine in regards to their season. Because if it was true, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie would not be sitting next to Andy. It'd be Quad or Dr. Heavenly and Sweet Tea. Let's be honest. All right? Oh, exactly. Mama Allie, shout out to our King's Guards, always holding us down and fighting for our likes. Mama Allie says 800 votes means we should have 800 likes. Bloop. Look, she said what she said. Anyways, thank you so much, Mama Allie. Shout out to our King's Guards. Don't forget to say hello to our King's Guards as well, guys. All right. Let's get to some callers. Once we get to 500 likes, we'll drop the call link for the general audience, but we have a full backstage of members. Shout out to our members. We appreciate your monthly support. Alex, who's a senior royal, is first, but let me switch this out so we can put up our disclaimer. All right, for our callers, because we do not, we do not support everything that everyone says, okay? And neither do our sponsors. And everything they say is alleged. Okay. Alex, what are your thoughts?
You know you had to do that for me. You know it, because you've had enough experience with me.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm sorry, I was just sitting here eating this delicious chili. Anyways, let me,
Copycat.
I sent in... What? How was I a copycat?
Because I made chili.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Anyway, I sent in a super chat last time, but it was one of those member milestones, and I know those don't get saved. So
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna say it. Is it okay if I just say it now? It was about Potomac, but
Yeah, go ahead.
um, so it was about, I was just wanting to do a public service announcement for the people, as Squad would say, um, about GNA. Please do not put your credit card information into there. We do not know what will happen to that credit card. We don't know if they will then take it and then max it out. We don't know with Giselle and her fraudster ways. We don't know what's going to happen there. Yeah, please do not give your credit card
Allegedly.
information to, allegedly. Please do not give your credit card information to Forehead or Jizz Bucket. Anyways, let's
Oh,
continue. Heavenly.
so you gonna get yourself banned, sir.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Heavenly, baby, you talking about Sweet Tea's fashions, meanwhile you had that stiff wig on your head and you look absolutely horrendous. In the way you dressed, at that party, ma'am. Let's not. It's the pot calling the kettle black. Please stop. Please don't do it. Anyways, I think that Heavenly needs to stop. She goes too hard, and when Simone keeps telling you pipe down, you need to pipe down because because Simone kept saying pipe down, pipe down. Simone did not do that on purpose. Simone is a Pisces. We would never. We would never. Listen. You know what? Pisces are angels, best sign in the zodiac. Anyway, I feel like that quad, I feel like that quad, it's a good loss. Quad gave nothing but her brushing her wigs and washing in a bath. She gave absolutely zilch, zero, nothing. I think that's all I have, surprisingly. Yeah.
That was a lot.
I think I dropped all my shade in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it evened out in the end. All right. Have a good night, Kempire.
You too. Have a good night. Bye. All right. Again, the opinions of the callers do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, Google, Apple, YouTube, my mama. Our sponsor, Rose Forever, or anybody associated with me. All right. King Pisces is backstage. We're going to bring up King Pisces next. King Pisces, what's going on? Speaking of Pisces.
How you doing?
Not bad. What's going on?
Doing good. First things first, one thing I can tell you is I love Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone's relationship 100% because it emulates my relationship with my best friend. She is a Libra. I'm a March Pisces. She's an October Libra. And she emulates Dr. Jackie 100%. She's the kind of like silence is golden girl. And I'm kind of like the Pisces that just like will pop off very quickly. So, I understood where Dr. Simone was coming from when she was telling Heavenly pipe down. Because my thing is, if I'm having an issue with my best friend, and I've been best friends with my best friend for almost 15 years, I can tell you right now, if I'm telling you to chill and you are a new friend that just came around and only been around no more than 15 minutes, eventually you're going to get what you're looking for because I'm going to take my attention off my best friend and put it on you, and then I'm going to break you down and simplify you like a fraction. So, I was rooting for Dr. Simone in that, in that moment, 100%. And that's it. Bye.
All right. Thanks, King Pisces. Now let's get into Pisces back to back. I ain't going to say what I usually say about Pisces men, but I love it. When I met a lot of you at the New York City show, a lot of you were talking astrological signs. I was like, my people. Okay. All right. Regina's backstage. We're going to bring Regina up next. What's going on, Regina?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
Can't wait for you to come to Southern California. I know it's got to be on your list. So
It is. It definitely is.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
I will have my tickets. And my husband bought me roses forever for Valentine's Day.
Aww.
I'm not supposed to know.
Oh.
But we share the statement. It comes to both of our cell phones. It's not my fault. I just saw it.
You're not supposed to read the statements until past Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Well, clearly I am not Jackie. That's a whole nother thing. I can see, though, here's the thing. You see how Dr. Simone and Cecil stopped their book. because they didn't want to be triggered. So I can totally see Jackie saying, I don't want to go to Hilton Head, and Curtis co-signing because we don't want to rehash this. We made it past it once. Let's not go back through it again. So I get that. And as far as next week goes with Sweet Tea, not to be condescending, but a child should stay in a child's place. Put it there. That woman is 65. Leave her and her business alone. That's why Jackie's been there so long and no one has really stepped to her like that. If you want to stay, and you see, look, we don't know the whole scene, but from what we could see, Gregory sat there and said nothing. So that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Regina. Thanks, bye. But I'm here for it. I'm here for Sweet Tea not stepping out. Like, I'm here for it. Because so many people are sick of Dr. Jackie and nobody's stepping to Dr. Jackie. So I just kind of wish it was someone that really had the... Oh, damn. Can I just say this? I'm not trying to be rude, y'all. I just wish someone that had that level of intellect and shade that could do it. You know what I mean? Based off what I saw on Watch What Happens Live, all she knows how to do is yell. And I'm not saying that she's not smart. She clearly is. Thank you for your services. And I'm not even talking about on reality TV for, the military and things like that. But I'm just like... But Regina had some valid points. I get it. This is your relationship. You're trying to do whatever you can to protect your relationship. But you're also filming a reality show about your life. Then there's that. If I don't want to be triggered by things that are going on in my relationship, I'm not bringing my relationship on reality television. All right, Jenna's backstage. We're going to bring Jenna up next. Is this Jenna?
It is. Hello.
I was going to see your picture.
I had to call back again real quick today for this live. So, real quick, I just feel like the irony of Simone telling somebody to pipe down when she is the loudest person, one of the loudest people I've ever think I've seen on reality TV. I couldn't take it last night. They were screaming at each other. I almost had to turn the TV off. I was like, this will not do. I was watching them on the TikTok video. I just turned my phone down. I was like, they just going to keep caterwauling at this little boy's party. It's terrible, disgraceful, how dreadful. Dr. Jackie is, for some reason, the favorite toy or the bone that these two grown women like to fight over, and it's weird. Let each other stand on their own 2 feet and stop vying for her attention. Like, Dr. Heavenly goes harder for Dr. Jackie than her own husband. It's strange. I don't understand. And while I do agree, I'm here for somebody giving Jackie the business. But I agree with you that I don't know if she's going to be able to stand up to her like she wants to. But we'll see.
Or the way that we want to.
Different, but sorry.
or the way that we want her to.
Right. So in the way that she deserves, because she has been problematic and now it's just coming out. So anyway, I'll be quiet now and let somebody else go. I got to go make these carnitas tacos for dinner.
No. All right. Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Still hungry. All right. All right. I just dropped the call-in link for the general audience, so feel free to call in. Shout out again to our channel members. To become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com/join. And thank you so much for the questions here. Amy says, off topic, but Kempire, what do you think of Nene doing the Zeus reunion? I think that answers your question. But she looked great on Hello Beautiful, the magazine. She looked fantastic. Soul Star says, Kempire, do you think Andy Cohen will mention Dr. Jackie being exposed via social media? You're talking about the Heavenly interview that she did, and she had to issue an apology. If they do not cover that during the reunion, they have failed us. There's no way you could talk about maternity, mortality this entire season and not address what played out on social media. There's no way. I would be shocked. I would be really, really shocked if they do not talk about it. Honestly. Okay. No, okay, we have a long line. Let me get to everyone. Shannon's backstage. We're going to bring Shannon up next. What's going on, Shannon? Shannon? Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Shannon. Do me a favor, Shannon. Sometimes this happens. Drop out and then call back in and we'll bring you up. Sometimes that happens. Miss Bernice is backstage. We're going to bring Miss Bernice up next. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, Kempire. What up to everybody?
Hey.
What I got to say about this episode is that from Jackie. Let's start off with Jackie and Curtis. They're the Robin and Juan of Married to Medicine because they never want to talk about their life.
Mm.
They didn't really deal with that affair.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jackie just buried it deep and like, you did it. I forgive you. Let's not talk about it anymore. They never dealt with the reason behind why he would do that.
Mm.
It was a breakdown of your marriage on somewhere where he felt like he could do that, and he didn't have it, he did it openly. Now come on now, you got caught in more than one place, so you didn't care about your wife finding out. So, and for him to say when he closed up the laptop, he said, "Well, I don't want to rehash it. That's our business. It ain't their business, but you're on a reality show, and that's part of your life. So basically, it is their business."
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
And Heavenly, you know, she looked like she's supposed to be walking the strip
Goodbye.
in that dress. All I kept hearing was "bad girls" in my head. Toot toot, hey, beep beep.
All right, Miss Bernice, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, bye bye.
She said, toot toot, not beep beep. All right, Nicole's backstage. You're gonna bring in Nicole next. What's going on, Nicole?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
Oh, fine, thank you. I want to talk about Dr. Hill because Dr. Heavenly just gets on my nerves. I feel like Jackie Dr. Jackie, she can nip that situation in the bud between Dr. Simone and Dr. Heavenly.
Hmm.
You know, I feel like Dr. Jackie, as we all know, she has a huge ego, and I
Mm.
think she gets off of these two women like kind of like fighting for her love,
Mm.
and to the point where because you got to ask yourself why is it all the time that Dr. Heavenly waits for a slip up with Simone to like peck at her every time.
Mm.
And I feel like either Dr. Jackie is running her mouth behind the scenes about Dr. Simone, and that amps up Dr. Heavenly. Yeah, she's producing, but it's more underlining stuff going to that as well.
Mm.
Because I'm like, why are you always so angry at Dr. Simone? You
Mm.
know, and I
Mm.
know it's a battle of friendship. And then also, I feel like Dr. Jackie and Curtis. I have a feeling that he's doing something in DR. Like, I think that because when you look at all the issues she's been having in the past, like with the recent things with with black women, with uh, birthing and things like that. I think she has this attitude where she's probably looking at these younger women coming in, being able to give birth, have children, and there's some kind of resentment that's laying there with her on that.
Mm.
And then I think
Okay.
that's why she gets into like the fat shaming sometimes with the overweight and this obesity, because she's
Mm.
probably comparing her body to theirs. It's like, well, I do everything right, keep my body healthy. But yeah, we know she's over the age limit. But I'm just saying, like, probably in former earlier years, like I'm a healthy person. Why can't I have children? And
Mm.
I feel like if you find out if he is doing something in DR and if he has a child over there, I think that would be so devastating to her. I don't
Mm.
like Dr. Jackie, but I would wish that on any woman to go through that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a different series, and I think that's another reason why they don't want to open up that box going
Mm.
down to Hilton Head. You
Oh,
get what I'm
all
saying?
right.
Yeah, but
All
that's
right.
what they signed up for.
Oh,
You
oh,
know,
just
you got to
saying.
give it all to us, sister. Give it all or
Okay.
nothing.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Have a
Nicole.
good one.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right. We have a long line, guys, so please respect the timer so that we can get to everyone. If not, I'm just going to have to end after a certain number of people because I need to go warm up my dinner. It's late. All right. All right. O'Shea's backstage. Speaking of late, I know it's late in South Africa. What's going on, O'Shea?
Speaking of late, yeah, it's almost 2 a.m.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed your podcast this weekend. You were working quite hard, quite hard this
Thank you.
weekend. Well, just two things. I think that Simone did it on purpose because she and Jackie have done a negative number of things this season. I don't even know what they've done. So I think this was their way of spicing it up. Because
Oh.
otherwise, what were they going to discuss at the reunion prior to this whole Jackie thing coming out?
Oh.
Like, they've done nothing. But anyway, and also I have a comment about Watch What Happens Live. I think the question that Andy asked Sweetie about name three things that Quad did better as a wife was extremely disrespectful
Oh.
to her face. That was really overdoing it. And I know there's like scraping the bottom of the barrel this week with guests, but for Andy to platform Michael Rappaport because he's on tomorrow night is really disgusting. The things he said about the people of color and queer communities in this past 3 months is disgusting. And for him to be platformed is just
Him and Jeff Lewis too.
and Jeff Lewis as well. It's I don't know. But yeah, but thanks everybody.
Thank you, Shay. Go to bed. All right, Judgy Justice is backstage. We're gonna bring her up next. What's going on, Judgy Justice?
Hey, nothing much. So I honestly, I really loved what Dr. Heavenly was wearing. I just hated the location because when you saw the panorama of what everybody else was wearing,
Yeah.
and this wasn't really her event. This was her man's event, and she got on stage with him, and everybody could just barely see the outline of her cheek. And I'm not talking about her face. I was embarrassed for the girl because Phaedra set you up, and Phaedra will set you up 11 times out of 10. I'll tell you that. That's a great record right there. And then also for Dr. Jackie and her man, for him to be so in such a distraught about even going to that area means that there are more bodies buried there. That's what it means to me. That's the first thing that came to mind to me, was that there must be more women. There must be more people that can say that there was more than just this one time only going down there, or whatever it was. I can't remember because it was such a while ago.
I know.
There's so many other things that happened. But that's what that means. That means either he had multiple people there, or a lot of people were there during the time when he was doing it, and he was proudly doing it around other people. That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is he was proudly cheating around other people and not respecting his marriage. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. I wonder, okay, he was caught there. Was he taking his side piece there as like a getaway, or is she from there? Do we even know who the side piece was? Did she ever come out and speak out? How long were they dating? I can't remember any of these details. Maybe I really just did not care. All right. See, this is exactly why Dr. Jackie doesn't want to go back to Hilton Head, because now the whole situation is coming back up. Sorry, Dr. Jackie. You look. You got to bring something to the table. All right. Wendy's backstage. We're going to bring her up. Wendy, what's going on?
Hi, can you hear me, Kempire?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay, so with the Curtis thing, I got a theory. The side chick is from South Carolina and they go to the DR together. That's what they do. Okay, that's my theory. Dun, dun, dun. And
okay, Wendy, are you there? You breaking up. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. See? Ain't no go come to you, Wendy. They done took you out. I can't even hear you. Drop out, Wendy, and call back. Oh, wait. Go back in. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay, I said I think that Jackie's going to be like the woman who saw her husband with the side piece at the Atlanta airport that was on TikTok.
Oh, I just saw.
It's going to happen. So, all right, love you. Everybody, my mom's okay, you guys. So everybody to know. So thank you,
Wendy. Take care.
All right.
Oh, wow. I saw the headline with that lady from TikTok seeing her husband at the airport. The other one, Lord. All right, Born to Win's backstage. We're going to bring her up next. What's going on, Born to Win?
Hey, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Was that Dr. Wendy that called
No.
Oh, she said her mom was okay, so I was like, huh?
No.
I was like, Kempire, are you getting married by Wendy?
No.
All right, let me not start. Okay, so I think my only comment I have to make is how funny, like how strange Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie's relationship is. And I think either you said that, I think you said you wanted to dive into that a little. No, that was another person I was listening to. Her name is Vietnam News on YouTube. So I was on Carlos King thing the last time, and he and Heavenly was going back and forth, right? Like, it got a little intense when it came to Dr. Jackie and her relationship, it's like you could tell, as much as they be trying to put on so they can trend for whatever, for ratings, but I could tell that it was a little bit of a real intense. You know, it was very intense in there. She got really offended, and my comment kind of like got recognition, because I was like, you know, she don't go hard for you, and they kind of kept that up there for a minute, and everybody was like, yes, Carlos even agreed with the fact that I said that and all of that. So I think she needs to take a step back and just kind of, you know, pay attention to how Jackie kind of handles situation when it's, you know, when everybody's coming for her. All right, Kempire, have a good night.
All right, Born Twin, thank you so much. You too. All right, Jennifer's backstage. Miss Jennifer's backstage. Hold on. Hey, Miss Jennifer, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I wanted to say this. The first thing that caught me off with Jackie and Curtis is, as soon as she brought it up to him, he was really, I don't know if I want to use the word angry, but he was really, really, really uncomfortable with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. People keep trying to say that they think Simone did it on purpose. That's asinine. If you don't like Simone, just say you don't like her. But the thing of it is, Jackie and Curtis has acted like nothing ever happened, right? Like they just forgot it. So if I'm your friend, Kempire, and you went through something, and you're around me and you're acting like nothing never happens, not bother you, life is all great, I'm gonna be the same way. My mind is not gonna be on your business. Simone wasn't thinking about that. You feel me? And I bet you dollars to donuts, and I don't need a donut. I bet you dollars to donuts that Jackie is talking about Simone in a negative way to hellishly. Because I'm sorry, if she was really letting hellishly know that that is really my friend of 20 years, hellishly will pipe down. You see what I'm saying? Because I have two friends, and both of them, been my friends over 30 something years. One don't like the other one, but I don't let her say nothing negative about that one to me.
Yeah.
I check her. So anyway, enjoy your chili.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I mean, I really saw that a lot in this particular episode, because, you know, people have said this for years in regards to Heavenly being Dr. Jackie's mouthpiece, but you really see it in this last episode, because literally she could have shut Dr. Heavenly down, because this is about you. If anyone that should be really upset with Simone, it should be you. You should be the one having this conversation and not Heavenly. All right, Anthony's backstage. We're going to bring Anthony up. Oh, wait, sorry, Anthony. We have Lee before you. Hey, Lee, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm doing good. So I have two things, and unfortunately, both of them are about Phaedra,
Oh.
but we'll get into it.
Okay.
So one, is Phaedra going on this couple trip next week?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's my little issue, because they had a whole ordeal about Quad going on the trip when she was single. So Phaedra's single. Has not been in a relationship with the doctor, allegedly. So why is she going on to this couples trip with so much ease when they, you know, it was not so easy for Quad to go on the couples trips? That's one. Number two, you were talking about Scorpios, so you know I have to give my 2 cents. Yes, Phaedra is a Scorpio, so she is intuitive naturally and should be passionate and sensitive. However, she probably has a lot of trauma. And the thing about Scorpios is that we feel it all. So in order to protect ourselves, we have to build those bricks. We have to build those brick walls. So unless you're healed, you're not going to see the true nature of a Scorpio. That's just, you know, it only comes with healing and spirituality. So hopefully the Reiki's doing something with that. Hopefully.
It ain't.
If, you know, if it's true. But, you know.
She'd do it
I
on
just
herself.
wanted
Thanks, Lee. Bye.
So true. Okay, see you.
I love Scorpios. Please do not take that like I don't like Scorpios. One of my best friends is a Scorpio, so I do love Scorpio. And like I said, my parents are Scorpios. I'm the product, and Scorpios are the not opposite sign, but they literally are connected to Tauruses on the other side of the chart. All right, Anthony's backstage. We're gonna bring Anthony up next. What's going on, Anthony?
All good here, calling from Los Angeles, California. How are you,
Hey,
Kempire?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I'm gonna give this episode an 8 out of 10, 2 points, Phaedra and Hilton Head. Phaedra, I think out of 10 episodes, the 11th episode, we finally see Phaedra. So I do like this episode because of that, to see her and her boys. It's so beautiful to see. Besides, as well, we saw her with Atlanta, them growing up. It's so sentimental, and it's like a little tear in the eye, like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
But I still remember her on Traders, so that's really where she needs to belong. Because I still feel like she's a copy and paste here in Married to Medicine.
Yeah.
And secondly, for Hilton Head, production and Simone, Dr. Simone, are so messy for this. Because if you really are friends and castmates for this long, you recognize Hilton Head. Where else in the United States of America is named also Hilton Head? Like, I don't understand where this is coming from, like, what it is. Like, it's you're celebrating 10 years and you're going to go to a place full of mess from Curtis. Like, this is beyond, but I'm living for this mess because this is just everything that I live for. But it's so messy. Dr. Simone and as well production, they're both messy. But that's all I have to say. Thank you so much, Kempire.
Thanks, Anthony. Bye. That's Anthony was saying. I was like, yeah, they're good producers. You finally got it right this season. All right, Shannon's backstage. Let's try. Hold on. There we go. Shannon, what's going on?
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can. So I'm going to have probably a different take or unpopular opinion in terms to
fine.
Dr. Jackie.
Okay.
So I don't think I think because the season is in its 10th year, I do think that this is really more about the producers pushing the trip, and Simone is just unfortunately, I think, getting caught in the crosshairs. And I don't necessarily think it's so much that Curtis and Dr. Jackie don't want to talk about what happened, but I think with anything that we go through in our lives, when you've gone through something traumatic and you've healed from it, why would you want to go back and revisit it? But I will say this, the one thing I've always loved and appreciated about Married to Medicine is when we get to see the couples trip and we get to see how their relationships have been affected during the season in some way, shape, or form, and how when they come together, you're reminded of why they're together. You're reminded of the Black love. Like when I think about Simone and Cecil when they were going through their tough time and how the group came together and rallied. So I'm hoping that we get to see that during the cash trip, because I think that would be really, really awesome. And then real quick, in terms of Sweet Tea, I do think Sweet Tea does come after Dr. Jackie, because I think at this point in the season, Sweet Tea hit her breaking point with everybody. And I think that Dr. Jackie was just a really easy target to lash out on.
All right. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
See, I learned a lot from you guys as well. So I come in here with my own opinion, and then I hear your takes, and then I start twerking on a fence, and now I'm like, okay, I can see that. All right, I'm feeling a little bit differently about Dr. Jackie and how she's feeling about going to Hilton Head. Okay. All right, let's bring up LC next. Hold on. LC, what's going on? What are your thoughts on Married to Medicine's latest episode?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I love you to death. I really do. I follow you as much as I can.
Thank you.
I want to say this. I love Dr. Simone. She's my favorite. I don't believe that Dr. Simone would do this on purpose, but I do believe she would do it with production to make something happen for Jackie, to cause some stir and some mess. So I think production told her that's where we're going. That's just my thought on it.
Oh.
As for Heavenly, do you know what a feral cat is?
Mm-hmm.
That's Heavenly.
Oh, damn.
She had no home training. She doesn't know how to act out. So now that she has that one friend, because she never had friends, she acts the same way towards other people who she thinks are coming between her and Dr. Jackie. She's a feral cat. She needs some training.
No home training.
No home training. And I have a question about Curtis's daughter. We saw Curtis's daughter like the first season, and Jackie was supposedly helping raise her, but we haven't seen her since. Where'd she go?
I have no idea. That's a great question. Go hit up Andy on Twitter. I'm blocked. I can't ask him that. The reunion. Look, the reunion happened already. You can't even ask. Never mind.
You have a good evening, and maybe one day I'm gonna find you, maybe in Southern California, even though I'm here in New Jersey.
Okay. Take care, LC.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We're going to bring up Shalom next. Hold on. What's going on, Shalom?
Hey, Kemp, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Kemp, I haven't called in since my friends started screenshotting my yep. I was like, I like to be incognito, and this ain't working. But
a
look,
lot of people have been telling me that when I saw
Yes.
people at the New York City show, like, my friend heard me on your show. I didn't know that they
Yep.
listened to the show. I was like, well, I'm popular.
Yes. They were screenshotting it, but I don't care because I love you so much, and you know you helped me through my mom's passing and everything. I swear to you, you did. People, it's not a cliche. You really did.
Thank you.
But let me tell y'all something. Heavenly and Dr. Damon enjoyed that outfit. They enjoyed that outfit that night. He was walking up those steps just as proud. The only thing, and a disclaimer, I really love them as a couple, but I just wish he would dress a little more neatly. Because I look at like on Villains and Johnny Bananas. I didn't even know who Johnny Bananas was before some other stuff, but those tailored suits.
Yeah.
And I just want to be like, Heavenly, take your man and
But you see what Heavenly's wearing?
Oh, Lord. We're doomed. We're doomed. But they had fun with that outfit. They had fun with
So
it. So
you
that's
think that these two were in public were sort of like, it was sort of like their foreplay.
They were so proud. They might be a little freaky, and they get off on. I'm telling you, look, let me not tell my secrets. Look, you go out and you get that blonde wig. You don't wear no blonde wig no other time. And she got that they said her little booty was tooted up. Oh, he was feeling her, honey. Don't y'all ever get it twisted. Nip slip or not, they told her the nip had slipped and she did nothing. So, anyway, let me not give all my secrets out. But
God, Shalom.
But I want to say this too. Dr. Jackie is a Leo, and I don't understand the silence. I am one of three. I'm one of three sisters. I'm one of five girls, and I'm born on my grandmother's birthday. So Leos are strong in my family. And just her sitting there and watching that is sort of, it just creeps me out. As for Heavenly, I want to say, Dr. Heavenly, I love you. But if you could put half of that energy into maybe reconciling with your sister or just sitting down. Yeah, because that's where that energy is coming from. As one of 6 children, and when you get older, those relationships get skewed. You do want a sister. You absolutely want a sister. And so Jackie is that to her. I get that. But I also want a sister that's going to fight for me as much as I fight for her.
Yeah.
So, I have a heart for Heavenly, but girl, pipe down. And I know she and Damon, honey, you ain't telling me nothing. He a Q-tip? Nope.
Goodbye.
All right, y'all.
Shalom. Bye.
They getting it on. All right.
Goodbye. I don't want to think about that. I agree about the suits, though. I mean, but look at Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen doesn't get his suits tailored. He needs to, too. They have the money. It's not even that expensive for tailoring. Oh, my goodness. Y'all saw my suit at the New York City show. Oh, no. That's your fault, Shalom. You inspired that slap. All right. Sarah's backstage. Sarah will be our last caller for our Married to Medicine recap. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. This is our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts and opinions on this week's episode. I thought it was good. This has been a great live. You guys are fantastic. Soulstar, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate your support as well. All right. Let's bring up Sar next. Hold on, Sar. Sar, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire.
Hey, how are you?
this is my first time on here. So I just wanted to say real quick, one of the things that I really like about Married to Medicine is that they have these couples trips, and they're like the hallmark of the whole show. So I think whether they were going to have the couples trip in Alaska, that Curtis and Jackie would have to do some reflection on what happened in the last 10 years. You know, because these couples trips, I mean, a lot of climax throughout the seasons happen on the couples trips. Like, they really do unpack a lot of the things that happen with the couples or the ladies individually. So, I mean, I don't know why they're so surprised that,
You're
oh
right.
my God, now I'm scared. I don't want to go on the couples trip. I mean, it was going to happen if y'all went to South Africa. Like, it really doesn't matter.
But you know what
And
it
so-
is? What they did with this particular episode is now they have some drama leading up to the trip.
Right. And I'm sure that they did that so they would have, you know, that drama. And then the other thing, the last thing that I say is that, can we wait until next week to see why Sweet Tea and Dr. Jackie are getting into it? I think everybody's like, oh, Sweet Tea, shut up, don't come for Jackie. But we don't
Really?
even
You seen
know.
people saying that?
Yes, like on comments on Instagram, things like that. They're like, how dare she? She's new, you know. And I'm like, we don't even know what Jackie said to her, what triggered her. Can we wait until next week?
Mind you, they've been dragging Dr. Jackie. Like, I can't stand Dr. Jackie. Like, pick a side.
People don't like Sweet Tea. I really like her. I mean, I feel like she's harmless for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever. Thank you, Kempire.
Thank you, Sarah, for calling in. We appreciate you. Take care, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. We have a last minute call, so we're going to bring her up. Danielle, what's going on?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I actually just came in, so I missed a lot of it, but I just want to know what you thought of the latest season of The Traitors.
Oh, Danielle, we're not talking about that right now.
I know.
But
I just
I
could
did
speak
talk
on it.
about it on Friday, and
Oh.
I will be talking about it again tomorrow during our Tuesday takeover. So
Oh, that's
stay
good to
tuned
know.
for that. I'm loving The Traitors. Are you
What's the
loving it?
topic? What's the topic right now?
Married to Medicine.
Oh, okay. Yes. I've been watching that a little bit too, but I just thought I'd get in the Traitors.
Well, we'll be talking about it tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. But like I said, we did do a quick recap of it during our Real Housewives of Miami recap on
Right, I saw
Friday. So,
Okay.
But I'm going to rewatch it. And that'll probably be like my third time watching episode 5.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it is. It is. Danielle, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. I admire you, and I admire you for getting all those gift packages for the Zach Peter podcast. So that's how
Oh.
I started following you.
Oh, thank you so much, Danielle.
You're very generous.
Take care, okay?
Okay, you too.
Bye. All right. All right. Shout out to everyone that called, and we appreciate you all taking time out of your evening, your afternoon, your late night, being here for our weekly recap of Married to Medicine. If you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts and how you would rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Shout out to our channel members, people that became channel members. And of course, we could not do our live chats or the comment section without our King's Guard. So be sure to thank them as well. This was a good conversation. Just when y'all thought the show would not be good without Quad. I'm interested. And I have to say, a lot of the callers kind of made me kind of look at the situation with Dr. Jackie and Curtis a little bit differently. But like Sarah said, I really do feel like, yeah, even if they didn't go to Hilton Head, we would be talking about, we would probably, somehow, some way, they would have brought up the whole situation, cheating. And that would have led to this whole conversation regardless. And then you really would have been, blindsided, Curtis, because you wouldn't have had this heads up. This is what happens when you sign up for reality TV. This is why I would never do it. You're not gonna be like, you're not doing that to me. No. No. Y'all do that already when I see you in person. A lot of you were doing that in person. It's like, I have a bone to pick with you, Kempire. It was all love, though. It was all love. Thank you so everyone for being here. Have a great rest of your evening. I will see you guys tomorrow during our Tuesday takeover, where we will be talking about 90 Day Fiance. We will be talking about The Traitors. We will be talking about Big Brother. We will be talking about The Trust on Netflix. That's a new show, reality competition show. Let me go watch that and eat dinner. Talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all. Talk to you later. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. Je begon aan mijn best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, no, no. I just want you. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. Jumping, flexing, oh no. I just want you to know. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. Something you and me, oh. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah. You both got my best life, yeah.